Hello and welcome back to AKA Science. It's me, Max, here today to go over the activities for Class 6 of our Environmental Science Kit, Environmental Disasters. Pretty straightforward agenda and only one key term for this class, drought. So once you do a quick inventory of the materials, pass out those lab notebooks for repair and share, and we can get started with our first activity, moisture farming. You will need the following: the plastic cups, the bag of beetles, the wax paper squares from the envelope, the mist bottles, the paper towels, and the newspaper. Begin by distributing the plastic beetles to the students along with 2 plastic cups. Have them practice standing the beetle up against the side of the cup until all the beetles are in that position. Then have them spray the beetle with the misting bottle and observe how the water beads up on its back. Now, distribute 1 piece of wax paper to each student and have them prop the wax paper against the side of the cup. Spray the paper with the mister and have them observe how much water the wax paper collects. Now, take a second piece of wax paper, but crumple it up before propping it up against the side of the cup. Spray with a mister and see if the ridges created by crumpling helps to collect more water than on the smooth paper. If you have time, pass out more wax paper and have the students experiment with different ways it can collect the mist. Once you have everything cleaned up, we can move on to our next activity, oil spill cleanup. For this, we'll need the small pie pans from the kit box, the paper plates, the bag of feathers, the pipettes, the sponges, the paper towels, the newspaper, the cotton balls, the cheesecloth pieces, the toothbrushes, the cotton swabs, the dish soap and bottle of oil from the supplemental bag, the Seabird before and after sheet from the envelope, the cups, the spoons, and the Ziploc bag of yarn pieces. This is a lot of material, so make sure you have enough space for this activity. Begin by passing out the pie pans and filling them up about halfway with water. Pour a splash of oil into the water and tell the students they have access to all the other materials to try and figure out how to get the oil out of the water. Remember to encourage your students to test different methods and materials and to record their results. While they are experimenting, pass out the Seabird before and after sheets and ask your students how they think wildlife is impacted by oil spills in the real world. Pass out a feather and a plastic cup to each student and fill the cup with clean water. Have them dip the feather into the clean water and observe the results. Now, pass out a second cup and fill it with vegetable oil. Have them dip the feather into the oil and observe those results. Give them the materials from the first part of the activity and, on a paper plate, see if they can get the oil out of the feather. After a bit, give them the toothbrushes and dish soap and have them attempt to clean the feather with those. Ask them what worked and what didn't, and have them discuss their strategies of removing oil from the water versus from the feather. Give yourself plenty of time to clean up from our cleanup, and get ready for the final activity, firefighters. All you're going to need for this are the bags of dominoes. Have the students line up, then topple the dominoes. Have your students discuss how our chain reaction is like a forest fire spreading. Set the dominoes back up and tell your students that you will now be performing a controlled burn in your domino forest, which we will accomplish by removing dominoes 2 and 3 from the line. Hopefully you've left enough space between the dominoes that you can topple the first one and not have it set off the rest of the chain reaction. But feel free to remove dominoes as necessary to accomplish this result. And with that, we have reached the end of Lesson 6. Clean up, debrief, thank you for joining me, and meet me in Class 7.